Welcome to the Feminine Purpose Podcast. I'm your host, Trish, a feminine soft skills expert, coach, and creator. I'm a former insecure, hyper-independent, mean girl, operating from a place of trauma, disillusionment, and societal conditioning, to now a confident, secure, and healing feminine wife. I help modern women discover their true power in their relationships by coming home to their feminine nature. Because while a career and professional accolades are nice, I firmly believe our relationships are what set us free. Come along with me on this journey of becoming feminine on purpose. Everyone to the Feminine Purpose Podcast, where I, Trish, a relationship harmony and feminine soft skills expert and coach, help women like yourself navigate back home to your feminine nature so you can create and attract the relationship harmony you desire. So last week we talked about insecurities, and I'm super excited to weave that into today's episode, which will be about jealousy. I polled you all on Instagram literally just this morning on what topic you would like me to cover for my upcoming episode, and I had a few options. I will be discussing all the topics I mentioned in the poll, but there was a clear winner, and that winner is how to deal with jealousy. Oh, jealousy, the green-eyed monster, the shadow in us all, the emotion we feel quite often at different points in our lives. We feel quite ashamed of experiencing it. We don't want to admit it. More often than not, I don't think people like admitting that they experience jealousy. I know it took me a really long time, and it can still take me time to go through the emotions and acknowledging that I'm experiencing it. We all are no stranger to this emotion, and if you're tuning in today and you've been in the Feminine Purpose Inner Circle for some time, I wouldn't be surprised if you are struggling with this, or else why would you be on this episode? So with that being said, today I do want to talk about what exactly is jealousy, why jealousy is a very normal human experience and emotion, especially for us women, what to do when you've identified that you are jealous of other women, and last but definitely not least, how I personally have and still coach myself through jealousy and feeling the green-eyed monster when she is present, because obviously I'm human and I feel jealousy at different points in my life. So let's get into it. Jealousy by definition is feeling a bit of envy or showing envy of someone else due to some of their accomplishments or advantages. So really, we women are often jealous of other women because we're pretty much in constant competition with one another. Contrary to what most people think, jealousy is a very normal emotion. It's only super unhealthy or detrimental in my point of view when it's a constant emotion and obsession to a point that you're living your life out of this jealousy and out of this place of fear, and then allowing the fear and jealousy to dictate your decision making, and essentially your actions are stemming from that place. Every woman gets jealous. The most beautiful or intelligent or carefree woman will idolize someone else. She'll be jealous of someone else. Even in psychology, social comparison theory does state that we humans can't really define ourselves independently, but only in relation to other individuals. So that in and of itself proves that it's a natural part of the human experience to compare ourselves to others. However, that doesn't mean it's an excuse to act out of jealousy or treat others poorly due to our jealousy, nor is it an emotion that we should stay and linger in and get so comfortable with that we feel addicted to that emotion. That's when it's definitely unhealthy. I know you've been there, because I've been there, stalking or excessively looking at another woman's social media account, constantly obsessing about another girl or maybe another couple that you idolize, wanting what they have and wondering, why don't I have that? You know, I always keep it 100 with you all, and I'm always honest with you, sis. Those are excuses. You can have whatever it is you fucking want, but you have to want it so badly enough that you're willing to earn it. If you go about it from a place of half-ass approaching it, lazy, not really being committed to it, and not having discipline, it won't ever truly be earned, okay? We women experience jealousy so intensely, especially about our looks and relationships, because of how much our beauty, youth, and fertility is so tied to our value in this world. I hate to say that. I didn't make up the rules. I just tell you what they are and how I understand them and how to navigate the world we live in so that we can all benefit from it. In a another world, sure, it would be nice for our success and our income, what we can provide to dictate our value in the dating market, but that's just not how it is. The sooner you can accept that, the easier and more peaceful your life will be. Trust me. So marriage and monogamy nowadays is a rare thing. Most people are not getting married, and more often than not, couples have cheating and betrayal in it. So of course, women are going to have such a strong tendency to live in a state of envy and jealousy simply because we're so deeply concerned about our look. From makeup to Botox, you name it, women do it all. Whenever a woman tries to tell me that her physical beauty and that beauty standards don't really matter or don't exist, I always tell her to go to Sephora. Look at the insane amount of money young girls to senior women spend on skincare and beauty. And sure, one might argue it's for men. Another one might argue it's simply to be in competition with one another. But the one who argues that it's for self-love makes me laugh. Of course, ladies, we love ourselves. We want to feel pretty. Don't get me wrong. I can get behind that. But to say that that self-love is the sole driving force and motivator for spending thousands of dollars annually going into debt on the beauty industry is pure, utter fucking bullshit. We know that it's for two primary reasons that are very interconnected with each other. The first being to attract and keep a mate. The second is to compete with other women to accomplish said goal of attracting and keeping a mate. Period. Okay. So now that we have that out of the way and clarified that, jealousy is a normal experience. We women experience it very intensely. And so now we've covered that. Let's get that out of the way. So now what are some ways we can work on minimizing our jealousy of others? First and foremost, you already probably know what I'm going to say. If you've been in the inner circle, use your discernment, okay? What are you jealous of? Is that one thing or factor about someone that you're jealous about coming from a place of a healthy desire? If so, shit or get off the pot, okay? Make up your mind. Do you really want that one thing? Sit with it and reflect on that. If so, you've decided, yep, I fucking want it, do something about it. And if you don't and you've decided, I kind of want it, not that bad. Let it go. Move on to something else then that you actually want, and let that be what you're working towards and committed to working on and improving, and you deep down know is feasible. We all know that girl who says she's going to lose weight at the beginning of the new year. I've been her. She fails to reach her goals every single year. And as much as we all love that girl, she should just shut the fuck up, okay? No one wants to hear it anymore. I'm sick of hearing my old self and my excuses. I don't want to hear it from anyone else. So I want you to employ that energy and attitude. It's not being a bitch. It's not being rude. It's just, I love you, but don't talk about that if you're not going to be about it. That's the energy I'm in for 2024, and I only want that for you too, okay, girl? Actively work on what is causing you to feel jealous and decide, is that something you truly want? Is it coming from a healthy place of desire and deservingness? A personal example, I'll give two examples that can showcase the two different ways you can be approaching this. The first example is when I was jealous of another girl my husband thought was hot. I wanted to dye my hair to look just like her, and guess what? I didn't like how it looked on me. I tried so desperately to make it work, but newsflash, I am not her. And just because my partner finds her attractive, it's not like he's throwing it in my face or anything. I just put two and two together. It doesn't mean that I need to look like her. That in itself, that example was definitely coming from a negative place, one that wasn't coming from confidence, and then doing that act of dyeing my hair to look like someone else because I was so jealous didn't give me the confidence I was looking for. If anything, it kept me in a constant loop and state of jealousy. Very unhealthy. I know. And a different example on the other side of the coin would be being jealous of my cousin who lost a lot of weight. She's looking so great, and I'm even owning that I did feel envious. I looked inward and I recognized I'm feeling jealous because I want that too. So instead of being a bitch or being catty or talking shit, I literally did that inner work. I then complimented her and told her, you're looking so great, girl. What have you been doing? I'm curious what's working for you, but ultimately my body and journey will be unique and my own. So in that example, I reflected and realized I want this for myself as well. I do want to lose fat and become more healthy and fit. It's coming from a place of deservingness and love for my body and my life. And you all know, if you've been in the inner circle for some time, my father had passed away in June due to health conditions and diet and health overall, of things he could control. So now I've recognized this is something I'm jealous about that other women have, their physique, that their self-discipline is so attractive to me. I want that too. So I moved through that jealous emotion and eventually let it go and focused on myself, looked inward and my own journey. Let's say you've identified this thing that you are jealous of is something you have moved through now, just like I described, and you've decided, yes, I really want to make a change. for myself and earn this one thing that I'm jealous of. And so here are a few of my tips that I would want you to explore to see if it might work for you while you're on your journey, because it's a journey, okay? A few tips would be unfollow maybe a few social media accounts that trigger the jealousy too much, that you're constantly absorbing that information and that content. Maybe even take a social media break. Not forever, but maybe take a break. Maybe just limit then your social media consumption if you're not ready or willing or wanting to take a break. Use your own judgment. Okay, I don't need to completely not use social media, but I want to limit how much I use it. Maybe turning off your notifications can help. That has helped me on my personal Instagram. I don't have notifications on simply because I just am focused on feminine purpose, and that's where my notifications are at, and that's what a priority, and I'm very, very, mindful of my energy and what I can give an entire day, and it's not going to be my personal Instagram. And that's just what it is. And of course, last but not least, maybe find an accountability partner. Hire me as your coach, maybe. And if not me, all good. Consider hiring someone that might speak to you more. Reach out to a role model. Reach out to someone in your life who's maybe a bit ahead of you in what you're jealous of and your insecurity to help you with your journey, like what I kind of did with my cousin. Discover what ways will motivate you to stay disciplined. For me, it's literally having the words on my phone. I am disciplined literally on my phone so that I'm always reminded. It's plastered on my phone that reminds me I have a goal and to focus on that goal rather than being jealous of others, again, focusing externally on other people. Ladies, you basically want to get to a place where you can move through your jealousy, be curious about that envious feeling you're experiencing, have the discernment to decide, is this thing I am jealous of coming from a positive place? As in, do I deserve it? Do I think I can earn it? Do I not think I deserve it? If not, why? Sit with those questions. For me in the past, I would be jealous of fit women, and then I would tell myself limiting beliefs like, I would never have a body like hers anyway. Oh, she isn't built like me, so it's not achievable for me. I don't have a good metabolism. Oh, I'm predisposed to diabetes. Oh, look at my parents. I'm just going to kind of look like that, right? Even if I do my best, it's just not feasible. It's not possible. And the biggest one is I love to eat out. And even if it's going to hold me back from my goals, I won't be able to give it up because it's just not realistic. And while there may be some ounce of truth to some of those statements and beliefs that I have, I could choose if I would allow those limiting beliefs to hold me back or propel me in the right direction to make a change about something I'm deeply, deeply deserving of and want to earn. A lot of these questions I posed around your deservingness, feeling worthy, jealousy, curiosity about yourself, these are all questions I pose to my clients in my one-on-one coaching programs. And as we enter the new year, I do want to give a quick announcement that for January, I can continue to take on free discovery calls and see, if you and I might be a good fit to work together, but I won't be able to sign anyone on to start actually having weekly calls in my one-on-one coaching program until February. I'm also super excited to announce that I'll be hosting my first free workshop for you ladies. I'm in the process of building out the workshop details, so I will share more specifics in the next episode. So to summarize, jealousy is a normal experience that's often rooted in our nature to compete with one another, especially as women. It's just so natural. Stop fighting it. Don't feel ashamed about it. Recognize it. Just sit there and recognize it. That's the biggest first step of growth. Second, then if your jealousy is coming from a place of low self-esteem and not feeling like you deserve it and just like shitting on yourself basically when you're envious of someone, that is something you need to work through. That's what coaches like myself and other folks who specialize in what they've experienced in their lives and journeys and can help you with one-on-one. You want to learn how to move through your jealousy and understand how do you start to realize that you deserve what you want, but there can no longer be this disconnect of wanting something so bad, but not willing to put the work in to earn it. You need to willingly want to truly earn it. Then we also talked about a few ways you can support yourself while you're on the journey of unpacking jealousy and what to do when you're on that journey of working through these feelings of envy and jealousy, because it is a journey and a lot of things can feel triggering when you're on that journey. So just making sure that you are able to look at your habits, identify, are these things that I'm doing helpful? Are they detrimental to my journey as I continue to strive for more for myself and want to earn what I'm so jealous of that other people have? That's it for today's episode. I hope you all found this episode helpful. I've been on this journey of health, fitness, self-discipline, and just recognizing that I want more for myself and I really do want to earn it for the first time in my life. So I invite you to reach out to me if you're also on this journey and would love some support. This is absolutely something we talk about a lot on Feminine Purpose, because it's definitely part being so confident in your femininity and your womanhood. It's about self-development, female self-development, right? Strategy as a woman in the world that we live in. So I hope you all found this helpful. I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you again for taking time out of your precious day to listen and support Feminine Purpose. If you're vibing with the content, please rate the podcast on Spotify, write me a review on Apple Podcasts, and make sure you're subscribed so you can get notified for upcoming episodes. If anything in this episode hit home for you, I want you to know that I see you and would love an opportunity to explore supporting you on your journey. Check out my website, femininepurpose.com, linked in this episode, as well as access to my Calendly so you can schedule a free consultation call with me where we can explore working together. Also, make sure you take my quick 5-minute femininity quiz I personally created, which will help you identify your relationship with your femininity. After you complete the quiz, you'll receive free tips on how to start your journey. This is your sign. Let's get you the results you deeply desire and deserve, sis. As always, stay feminine and take care.